What a deal, we save some money. Thank you, everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great time to be a Legionnaire. I say this not because everything is going great in the world. It's not. The nation is still at war. Our VA disabilities backlog is unacceptable. The veterans' unemployment and homelessness rate are way too high. And the Department of Defense is facing some devastating cuts. But it's still a great time to be a Legionnaire. These tough issues that I just raised and why we need an American Legion. We are here, we are as relevant as ever, and many of these problems could have been avoided if only our nation's leader would read and hear to our resolutions and legislative testimony. Since I was a candidate for National Commander, I have been saying we serve with pride. And I have seen it every day throughout the year at various Legion posts and in all the departments. We are in a unique position to help the young men and women who are returning from war. They respect us because we are their fellow veterans and know what they are going through. I want all these young men and women to join the American Legion. But the way to do it is not to greet them with a membership application the moment they return home. They are not familiar with our great history of service, nor can we expect to be their top priority at this point in their life. Most young veterans are more interested in jobs and college applications than with the American Legion applications. Membership is our lifeblood, but service still remains our very, very top priorities. If you build it, they will come, was the saying from the movie Field of Dreams. Well, fortunately, our American Legion founders built us a great foundation with the 4 pillars of Veterans Affairs, national defense, Americanism, and children and youth. By providing great service to these OIF and OEF veterans, they will realize it one day, and they will eventually join. Remember, it was said that the Vietnam veteran would not join our great organization. I stand before you as living proof that the generalization was dead wrong. That spells W-R-O-N-G. That said, we can and we must do better, recruiting new members, and most importantly, retain existing members. DMS is doing fine, but it's the traditional members that stay and participate in our programs. If you want the new veterans to join, you must take care of Jeff. Jeff, J-E-F, stands for Jobs, Education, Family. We applaud the move by the Department of Defense to make it easier for troops to be certified for civilian careers when they leave the military. It makes no sense for someone who served as an air traffic controller, a combat medic, military police officers, or any of the hundreds of other diverse jobs offered by our armed forces to be told that they don't have the credentials to be performing in these fields in a civilian society. We have a magnificent military because of these people. Let's remove the unnecessary barriers. The President can also help put veterans to work by approving the Keystone XL pipeline. This project would not only provide thousands of shovel-ready jobs at a time when our economy desperately needs them, it would also reduce Americans' dependence on Middle Eastern oil. one way certain to increase unemployment is to disarm America through sequestration and irresponsible defense cut. Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta has stated that a $1 trillion cut in national defense could increase unemployment by 1%. Even if it increased by only 1/3 of 1%, it would mean 500,000 jobs lost. This is an election year. Let's make sure all candidates heard our voices. Which brings me to the issue of education. Veterans make great students. They bring real-life experience to the classroom and are often first-hand witness to history. American Legion have given this country its greatest social legislation, the GI Bill. And the American Legion will guard against those who want to diminish its value or for-profit institutions that would try to steal the hard-earned benefit from our veterans by not providing a decent education. We will also continue to educate young people about our flag and teach them that it is never acceptable to disrespect or worse, desecrate our old glory. Congress needs to finally pass the Flag Protection Amendment. The flag is often the last and most precious gift a veteran leaves his family when he or she is buried. It is so precious that their loved one usually keep it in a glass display case to be passed from generation to generation. It is these people who must take care of the families. That's why programs like the American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund, the Temporary Financial Assistance, and the Family Support Network are so important. This, along with our other great programs like Operation Comfort Warrior, Boys State, baseballs, oratorical, and junior shooting sports, are the foundations that will make the young veterans of today the Legionnaires of tomorrow. As I said before, it is taking care of Jeff, jobs, education, family, that will ultimately take care of the American Legions in the future. There are many other issues in which the American Legion must lead. Our system worth saving task force will continue to ensure that VA provide quality service. We will press our government leaders to provide the funding and the means to drastically reduce and then eliminate the claim backlogs. We will remind our leaders that our retired veterans have earned their benefits through long and distinguished service. These benefits are available to anybody who is willing to make this incredible sacrifice. So hand off our TRICARE. You want to enjoy TRICARE, you could go down the street and sign up just like every one of you. Tell them that. The premiums have already been increased enough. We don't need to increase it anymore. This year has been incredibly good to me. It was humbling to be the national commander on the 10th anniversary of the worst day in American history. As a New Yorker, a retired soldier, and a Legionnaire, I will never forget 9/11. The Iraq War seems to be a lightning log for the media and the controversy among the public. But let us not forget for a second that we still have troops in harm's way today in Afghanistan. The global war on terrorism is not over. And frankly, as long as people are trying to kill us, we must always be prepared for another attack. If we do not learn from history, we are doomed to repeat its mistakes. I do not really recall anybody suggesting that we cut defense on September 12, 2001. Let's not fool ourselves into thinking that it could not happen again. Finally, I want to remind you of a very important day coming up. We have heard from and will continue to hear from members of both political parties. We choose no sides, endorse no candidates, and support no political parties. We have Republicans, Democrats, and independents in our rank and in our leadership. Our founders, including the sons of President Theodore Roosevelt, were adamant that the American Legion be nonpartisan. Our agenda is simple: take care of veterans, national defense, our youth, and America. The specifics can be found in our resolutions. The day that I want you to remember is November 6th. As American citizens, and especially as Legionnaires, we have a duty to vote. Many men and women, including our comrades, have died to protect this right. The American Legion family, that's the Legion, the American Legion Auxiliary, and the Sons of the American Legion, is 4 million strong. Let us be heard. With the collective wisdom and experience of people like you, there's no way we will be ignored. Thank you for a wonderful year. God bless you all.